see on these cameras is a show.
What? David.
You forgot.
The next chilling video comes from Man Dog Wild, a US-based outdoor channel focused on solo wild camping, bushcraft, and survival in remote areas. His content is grounded and realistic, showing the real risks of being alone in the wild. It is September 14th, 2025, in a remote mountainous part of the United States. As night falls, he finishes his dinner and cleans up the campsite. Without warning, a sharp, aggressive hissing sound cuts through the darkness. It is sudden and very close, instantly putting him on high alert.
Of death. Right there. That, I believe, is a Lebanese viper. Whoa. Well, if it bites you. So, I'm hoping we have enough.
The source of the sound becomes clear. A venomous mountain snake is coiled on the path ahead, still but ready to strike, sitting right where one wrong step could have gone very wrong. The camper slowly backs away, keeping himself low and moving with care. He gently brings his dogs back with him, knowing that any sudden move could trigger an attack. The rough ground makes it even harder, forcing him to think through every single step.
Obviously, coming from where I come from, it's looking at Bitter, it's not looking at me. Give it a wide berth, and this is where I slip, and it comes at us. Coming from where I come from, that's something you don't see every day. Give it a wide berth and let's get out here. Now, if that had been Yeti with me, that would have been, yes it would, yes. That would have been a complete show.
The rest of the night stays quiet, but the encounter leaves a strong impact. What started as a normal walk near camp turns into a clear reminder of how vulnerable solo campers can be in the wild. The moment highlights an important lesson of wilderness camping. Being prepared and alert matters, but respecting wildlife and knowing when to back off can be the line between a close call and something far worse. On December 29th, 2023, on a cold winter day, Lomar from the YouTube channel Paranormal Discovery returns to a forest where he once found a haunted cabin. The last time he was there with his friend Blake, but this time he comes alone, wanting to learn the truth behind the cabin's reputation. As he gets closer to the abandoned cabin, a strong sense of unease comes over him.
As of right now, I feel like I'm being watched, like instantly. I hear people walking in the woods. Maybe that's an animal? What the hell is that? Right now. Alright. I think that was a helicopter or a plane or something up there. Oh my god, what was that? Guys, I literally just got here and I'm already hearing stuff. What? That.
Something about the place feels off, like he is being watched. The forest is too quiet, and Lomar cannot get rid of the feeling that he is not alone. As he goes deeper into the woods, the sense of unease only gets stronger.
God. To be honest, I've never actually felt so unsafe in my life, and I've felt unsafe in many places. But like being alone on these things it's definitely something else. This is weird. I kind of feel like Like, I get the sense that people come here and do really weird things. Oh my. The hell was that? I straight up heard movement behind me. I think someone's down there. Like right over there. I don't know, that was really weird. That sounded like it came from the path.
It feels like something is following him, but what? His instincts tell him something is wrong. Is it just his imagination, or is something really hiding in the shadows? Just as Lomar decides to leave, it happens.
I think I gotta get out of here. I think there's one individual here somewhere. I don't get the sense that there's many, but I get the sense that there's like at least one. I don't see anybody.
A sharp whistle cuts through the quiet, sending chills through him. Panic takes over, and he takes off running, desperately looking for somewhere to hide.
He's right down the path. Okay. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. What is that person doing down there?
The sounds around him grow louder, making it feel like something unseen is nearby, stalking and following his every move.
That I will use if someone comes to attack me. I just don't know where you went. Because that was a whistle and clapping. Oh shit.
Lomar stays low and quiet, hoping whatever is out there will move on. After what feels like a long time, he gathers his courage and runs out of the forest as fast as he can. He makes it out safely, but whatever was following him is never seen. The experience is a harsh reminder of how quickly a familiar place can turn dangerous. If Lomar had ignored his instincts, things could have ended much worse. Epping Forest is often called the most haunted forest in the EUK. Many people believe it's a of strange energy and dark history. From personal experience, it feels like one of the most haunted places in the world. Over the past few hundred years, nearly 1,000 bodies have been found there. The forest has been linked to devil worship, satanic rituals, and sacrifices. It's also known for body snatchers like Burke and Hare, who dump body parts such as torsos and legs in the forest. Most people avoid the forest after dark, but tonight we're heading straight into it. Dan from the YouTube channel Exploring with Fighters is going into the woods, and he's not alone. His friend James is joining him for what turns out to be an experience they won't forget.
It's truly the cursed body of water that's so famous of.
At first, the night feels calm. They set up camp near the so-called cursed water, collect firewood, sit around the fire, tell stories, and enjoy the quiet. As it gets later, things start to feel tense. They decide to walk into the forest and use a spirit box to see if anything responds. For a while, nothing happens, and it seems like the night will stay quiet. Then they notice a strange light in the distance.
That's into the forest. Unless there's someone out with a torch. I can't see it now. Now, unless something happened on the audio, apart from there was a light back there, but it could be someone with a torch walking around. They could be walking their dogs. Some people come out at 5 o'clock in the morning, they're crazy. If you're one of them crazy people, let me know. But yeah, if there's nothing happened on the audio, then nothing technically happened.
Just as they're getting ready to sleep, the mood suddenly changes.
But for some reason, it's just not responding. So I'm trying to update it. What's that? Shh, shh. I have all of this.
God.
Is it raining?
Don't know.
Is it someone walking around?
Sounds like someone walking around.
Footsteps start moving around their tents. Someone or something is out there. It could be the same person they saw earlier with a flashlight.
Why is the fire getting bigger?
Don't know.
What?
What's that shadow? Is that you? Oh my.
Stop.
You can't see it on this camera, there's a shot. What was that? Quick. Anything?
No. Pass me camera. Come out with me. Come out. Wait. You see anyone?
No.
The was that? Bro, you said you saw a shadow?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
The tent though in the fire.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive?
100%.
Because I tell you what, that fire was getting bigger, right? Hold on, I'm freaking out. Right, what did I hear first? I heard a woman. There was a woman first.
The sounds get louder and harder to ignore. They even hear what sounds like a woman laughing, but when they go outside to check, there's nothing there.
You know, that's good. I mean, you know.
They set up their gear to record anything outside, but then they hear something unsettling.
Is that recording? Did you just hear that? Dan's over there, I hope that camera's recording. Dan, if you're watching this, right, as you're over at your car, I'm setting up to do a quick thumbnail, and I swear to God, right, there was a woman's voice.
They hear a woman's voice echoing through the trees, but they can't see where it's coming from. Feeling like they've had enough for one night, they head back to their tents, and the forest finally goes quiet. The next morning, they pack up and leave, still thinking about what happened. Whatever was out there in Epping Forest stays a mystery. Were they really alone, or was something watching them? No one knows for sure. What's scary is realizing that sometimes other people can be more dangerous than ghosts or animals. This footage is from a UK paranormal team called Haunted Finders. They went back to a quiet forest they hadn't visited in years, a place where locals talk about hearing weird noises and seeing shadows move. The night was freezing and so quiet that even their breathing sounded loud. Right when they walked into the trees, they could tell something was off. It wasn't just quiet, it felt like something was waiting for them. Even before they turned on their gear, they had that gut feeling of being watched. Once they got their equipment going, their spirit box started picking up words. It eventually repeated a creepy message over and over. Beware of the dark. Usually they'd just brush that off, but this time it felt like the voice actually knew they were listening.
I'm gonna run Spirit Talker, see what we get on this. I'm gonna leave the app running and stick it in my pocket so I can use my torch because it's absolutely pitch black.
Can you come close to us and make these lights go off, please? That's how we know that you're here around us.
You can use the device here in my pocket to talk to us.
Beware of the dark.
Beware of the dark.
Thanks for that. We're in the middle of the forest now.
In
Could
the
have
dark.
told us down there.
Yeah.
We're on the main road.
Why do we need to beware? Is there somebody here that we should beware of?
Oh, what's this sound?
They kept walking deeper into the freezing woods, where the darkness felt even heavier. Their flashlights caught shapes that seemed to be moving in the trees. Then, they started hearing voices. At first, it sounded like kids far away, but then it turned into whispers coming from every direction. Some sounded like they were begging for help, while others were giving warnings. One woman's name kept being repeated, but no one knew who she was or why they were calling her.
Hello? Hello? Is there somebody there?
Yeah, that?
You heard that, didn't you?
Yeah.
What's that? That's like a...
Talking.
But it sounded like a kid. Wait, that's like a girl.
Margaret?
That's not... Hello? Hello, is there somebody in the woods?
Come and join us. Come walk with us.
We heard you.
One of the investigators suddenly froze when their flashlight hit a figure crouching in the trees, watching them. The whole forest went dead silent. Since they hadn't seen any other cars or hikers all night, they knew this person hadn't just stumbled upon them by accident. Once the figure realized it was spotted, it bolted into the darkness. Right then, a loud, high-pitched female scream echoed through the trees, and the whole team just went silent. Terrified, they started heading back to their car, trying to tell themselves it was just the woods playing tricks on them.
What the? I just saw someone.
You hear?
What?
Somebody whistling there.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on. sound like a kid again. Are you still around us? If so, can you make a noise? Show us that you're here. Who's that? I thought I just saw someone down there.
Hey?
I thought I just saw someone standing down there where the car is. Further down there.
As they got closer to the edge of the woods, they saw someone again. This time it was definitely a person. A man carrying a flashlight was walking slowly and quietly right toward their car. He wouldn't say a word or even look at them when they called out, his face totally hidden by the glare of his light. They scrambled into their car and locked the doors as fast as they could. The guy just walked right past them without glancing their way, then turned onto a side trail and vanished. There weren't any other cars or lights anywhere nearby. It felt like he'd been out there the whole time, just watching and waiting for them.
Bloody hell, I'm a size 13. Look at the size of that. What?
Yeah.
Torch. There's a torch, there's a torch. I told you. There's someone gone in the woods. I saw them walk in there. There, look, see it? There, look, I caught it on camera. I told you I saw someone.
Hey, is that a torch?
There, look, is that a torch?
Yeah.
Scream.
What?
David.
What scream?
Did you hear the woman scream?
Yeah.
David's walking up. He's walking up the road. He's going to the road. Get in the car. Oh. Open the door. Get in the car. Get in the car. A woman's just pissing the screen and he's just creeping down the road, Law. Look at him, he's there. He's there on the road. Look.
Right, get him, film him.
David, pull off. What do you mean? Start the car.
As they drove away, the adrenaline wore off, and a creepier thought sank in. They realized the forest wasn't actually haunted by ghosts that night. It was haunted by a real person. Later on, the team admitted that the truth was way more terrifying than any ghost they'd ever caught on camera. Let me know what you think of this encounter. The next clip comes from Rachel and Tommy, a US-based van life and outdoor channel. They focus on real camping in remote places, showing real reactions and smart decision-making rather than claiming anything paranormal. It's June 3rd, 2022, on a quiet wooded public land somewhere in the US. The exact location isn't shared. While sitting at camp, Tommy notices movement out of the corner of his eye. He can't clearly see what it is, but it's enough to break the calm. That moment changes everything. The relaxed mood is gone, replaced by tension as they become more alert and start watching their surroundings closely.
I wasn't looking out the mirror, but, you know, it's in my peripheral. And I could have sworn I saw something walk across there.
What do you think it was?
Oh, I mean, like something, like a man walked across there.
Tommy sees movement again. This time, it looks like a human-shaped figure moving fast along the tree line. He only catches it for a second, but the shape and speed are enough to worry them. Both of them turn toward the woods, watching the darkness and listening closely for anything else moving.
A little kid screaming. And that's disconcerting. You know, I wouldn't even know where to begin to go looking, or even if I should go looking for it. No. But it sounded for all the world like a 5 or 6 year old little kid screaming, and I didn't hear any.
a word. It was just more like just.
Soon after, they hear several howls. They're louder and closer than before. The sounds echo through the trees and are hard to track, making it impossible to tell where they're coming from. The random noise raises the tension. Rachel and Tommy sit in silence, clearly nervous, listening closely and trying to decide what to do next.
Yeah. I haven't heard any more screams, but I've definitely been some howls. Roll your window down a little bit, just a little bit. Now there's one back over here. Nope. Nope, we're out of here.
The howls suddenly get much closer, right near the van. Rachel and Tommy don't hesitate. They decide not to check it out and start the engine right away. They drive straight into town. Later, they talk about how disturbing it was to hear sounds that felt almost human in such a remote place. Even with their experience and knowledge of wilderness noises, whatever they heard felt too close and too intense to ignore. The moment proves a simple rule of remote camping. If something feels wrong and you can't explain it, leaving is usually the safest choice. The next unsettling video comes from Camping with Sasquatch, a US-based channel focused on solo camping, night hikes, and strange activity in the woods. The creator often looks into Bigfoot reports and unusual sounds while camping alone in remote areas. This investigation takes place on April 29, 2025 in East Texas. He reaches a meadow surrounded by thick forest and quickly notices oddly bent and arched trees. Fallen logs and heavy growth form tight paths that make it hard to see far ahead. He sets up audio recorders to catch night sounds as owl calls echo in the distance, giving the quiet area an uneasy, watchful feel.
Kind of in a meadow. Little meadow. I don't know what I just found here, but if that is scat, there's my shoe next to it. Look at this. That is freaking huge, if that's what it is. And there's a couple more pieces over here. No way, right? Maybe it's a huge hog or something else. That's freaking enormous though. As big as my foot.
The tracks might belong to a large wild boar, but he isn't sure. The find quickly changes his mood from curious to cautious.
Where owl calls. See if they do it again. I just heard a tree crash. Right that way. The tree crash came from the same direction as the owl calls.
He places more recorders in the direction where the howls came from earlier. The woods feel active, with thick bends and fallen trees blocking his view. Small sounds move unpredictably through the dark, making it feel like something could be close without being seen.
There's some howls. Wow. This trail has a vibe to it. Smell something too. So I've been hiking a little bit, and just sitting once in a while, listening. I'm hoping some of those howls I just recorded were closer to my mics so they came in better. I think I got them pretty good. Definitely an eerie night. I wasn't really feeling it with that trail I was on, so I turned around, kind of got a vibe, smelled something, and I don't know. Don't need to find out.
While hiking the trail at night, deep howls echo through the trees. At the same time, a strong, unfamiliar smell fills the air. With poor visibility and the forest starting to feel overwhelming, he decides to head back while keeping the camera rolling. The East Texas forest leaves a strong impression. Strange tree bends, large scat, loud crashes, distant howls, and odd smells make the experience hard to explain. He leaves with audio and video to review later and plans to return to see what might be living there. The next video was posted by the channel Urban Exploration in August 2016. The uploader had been creeped out for days because a guy in a black hoodie kept standing perfectly still outside his apartment. The man wasn't on his phone or moving at all. He was just staring at the windows. The uploader said this happened for 4 nights in a row. His friends and family thought he was just being paranoid. So around 3 a.m. on August 22nd, he filmed it to prove he wasn't making it up. After filming for a minute from his window, he decided to head downstairs to confront the guy. But by the time he got outside, the spot was empty. He scanned the whole area with his camera, but there was no one in the shadows and no sound of anyone running away. Whether the guy hid or just vanished, the uncertainty is the creepiest part. The next video is from The Journey is the Destination, a solo channel focused on paranormal and cryptid investigations in remote forests and swamps. The creator usually goes out alone at night, documenting real reactions while looking into things like Bigfoot reports, strange sounds, shadow figures, and other unexplained activity. This investigation was filmed on December 31st, 2024 at Horseshoe Bend in Florida.
All right, we have made it out to some fairly creepy woods. I've already made the trek. It's about 2.5, 3 miles to get back to this location back here. We're at Horseshoe Bend tonight. I swear to God, that was 2 knocks.
Not long after reaching deep into the woods, the explorer becomes clearly nervous when 2 loud knocks echo nearby. The sounds are strong and close, enough to cause instant panic. He says they match things he's heard at the same spot before and admits he feels on edge right away. He explains that he's about 2.5 to 3 meters into remote woods and swamp, with a river close by and very few easy ways out.
That really got me off my game a little bit because I wasn't expecting it to start right away. Now, the last time I was here, I also saw the weirdest looking humanoid creature. It had like black eyes. It was so creepy. And on my way out of here, I got lost for about 30 minutes. Then I found my way out. And then every so often on my way home, all the way out of these woods, I kept seeing this thing, and I'm getting chills just talking about it. It freaked me the hell out. But we're off to a good start.
The explorer talks about earlier visits to the area, where he says he found strange footprints and once saw a humanoid-shaped figure. Remembering that makes the moment more tense, especially since the new knock suggests something could already be nearby.
The hell was that? I don't see any gigantic acorns on this tree. What the heck was that?
While watching the tree line, he reacts to a shadow moving behind a tree, like something briefly stepped out of view. Nothing clear is caught on camera, but the movement feels intentional and clearly rattles him.
Here seems to be full of something. I found the footprints over here. I've seen the creature over this way.
Shadow.
A shadow?
He walks toward the area where he had found footprints before. The air feels colder, the swamp thicker, and the water deeper. Something moves nearby, and he keeps saying he feels like something is there. He reacts again to shadowy movement near the trees, growing more uneasy.
I'm not gonna lie. That either the cold front finally kicked in or something creepy is freaking following me, because it is ice cold behind me. trying not to have a little bit of a panic attack right now. Because honestly, I do not trust kids. I do not believe that God leaves children on earth.
Billy.
Hi, Billy.
As he starts to leave, he hears heavy movement in the branches nearby. It sounds much bigger than any small animal. The noise moves alongside him, making it feel like something is following as he leaves the swamp. After several hours, he safely gets out. Looking back, he describes the night as intense and deeply unsettling, pointing to the close knocks, strange impacts, shadow movement, responses to communication, and the constant feeling of being watched. He says he'll review the audio and footage more closely, and asks viewers to listen carefully for anything that might have been missed before ending the investigation. This video comes from Brothers Wild, a UK-based outdoor and paranormal camping channel. They mix wild camping, bushcraft, and overnight stays in places linked to local folklore, focusing on real reactions, casual conversation, and a respectful approach to whatever they experience. This investigation was filmed on July 20th, 2024 in Wales, in an area known locally as Witches Woods.
Stop. Yeah, go there again. That was weird. Another day. Like giggling and then. There's. Down there, there's no path over there. Yeah, down here. That's just trees. I know. And it's a bank like this. I don't know. Right. Weird. That was weird.
As night falls and heavy rain starts, the group moves carefully through the woods, setting up cameras, lights, and communication gear. Visibility is low, and the rain dulls faraway noise but makes nearby sounds stand out. Soft rustling and footsteps are heard around them, putting everyone on edge as they stop often to listen.
Is anybody there?
Go red. Oh, a bit higher. You were there a second ago.
If you're there, can you go to red? Or hit the cat ball behind that device. It's a little ball. Oh, okay.
There's some that. Be closer.
Come up to this device here and touch it. If you touch it, it'll go red.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay!
Thank you very much. Come in, please.
Wow. Look at it. That is dancing. Hello. We're going to use this device to make yes and no answers. So it's no if you stay on green and red if it's yes.
Oh.
Can you go to red that you understood that, what I just said?
They use trigger objects and communication devices, and the equipment seems to respond in a clear way, answering yes or no and identifying itself as a female presence. When the questions turn to death and fire, the responses become stronger and more intense than before.
I'm going to have to change battery. I put a new battery in about 20 minutes ago. I've barely used it.
You go again if that was you.
Are you using 10%? It's using this.
I said it was not you.
Use your energy on another device, please. Don't drain my camera.
Are you here for me?
Yes, we are here for you. We're here for you, but we need a name off you. You're actually going to have to change your battery already. I can't believe that. That's never drained that quick. 7%. It's draining every couple of seconds. What? 6%. Look at it.
No, is it?
Look at the battery on it.
On it.
6%. Watch it now. Go down to 5. You'll see it in a minute.
Tell me it stopped.
Now it stops at 6%.
Okay guys, I'm going to have to just change my battery on this. It's, for some reason we just started this and now it's going absolutely crazy. It stayed at 6, Rich. What a horrible number to stay at.
I'll stop them. I'll stop, leave it over there. Come back over there.
5%.
I was shocked.
You were Wow. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to change this battery before... Oh, guys, oh we're back. Oh my god. That took me 30 seconds to change that battery, right? We've had 1970s inside, then my battery case closed on its own. It was open like this, and then it went like that. Then we heard a noise over here.
One camera suddenly drains its battery, dying within minutes even though it was fully charged. At the same time, more unexplained noises come from nearby, making it feel like something unseen is moving through the woods. Even though they're clearly uneasy, the group stays calm and respectful, continuing to observe and record without trying to provoke anything. As the night ends, they pack up and leave Witch's Woods with the feeling that the forest is far more active after dark than it seems. The night is marked by strange sounds, clear responses from the devices, and equipment issues, all handled without overreacting. MCM Outdoors is a UK wild camping channel known for solo trips on the moors, camping in bad weather, tent tests, and quiet reset camps around Britain. Most of the time, the videos show calm and peaceful nature. But the one uploaded on June 9th, 2021 is very different. What started as a normal camping trip on the Lancaster Moors turned into one of the scariest nights the creator had ever experienced. He reached his usual spot and set up camp like he always did, following a routine he knew well. But that night felt wrong. The air was tense, and something about the moors just did not feel right.
Changeable day on the Lancashire Moors. I've come out for a solo wild camp just to get away from it all and enjoy the lovely barren solitude of the moors. I'm heading up to the location. I won't disclose the exact spot, but I'm looking forward to it. It's all about the experience, this one. It's going to be sort of less gear oriented and more about just enjoying the actual experience and what I enjoy about it.
It's time to open the first beer. And it's going to be this. It's going to be the oatmeal stout. The one I want to savour the most, I'll open first. Let's do it out here. Oh, nice. Oh. It's like Guinness, but more vanilla. You can taste the oats, the oatmeal in it. That's lovely, that. What a beer to have whilst looking out at that.
Later that night, while lying inside his tent, he started a segment he calls Tales from the Tent. His voice sounded unsure as he told viewers he was about to share the scariest wild camping experience of his life. By the weak light of his head torch, he talked about a past trip to Shining Tor in 2017, a night that stayed with him long after he went back home. The way he spoke made it clear the fear never fully left him. He said that around 2:30 to 3 a.m., he stepped out of his tent to use the toilet. The second he did, everything changed.
Tent up, I was really excited. Brand new tent, Rolls Royce tents, a Helleberg, and it was great. Really enjoyed myself. I had something to eat, a couple of beers, not too many, before people say I was just imagining things. Not too many, couple of beers, and I settled back into the tent as it got dark and the wind slowly began to drop. And I remember looking out toward Manchester Airport and you could see the flight path. You could see the line of planes landing and taking off on the other runways in the far distance. So it was quite nice to look out to. And eventually drifted off to sleep in my new tent. All was well. And then, must have been about 2, 3 in the morning. Anyone that goes wild camping will know, If you've had a few beers, it's cold, you need a wee. So, unless you've got some kind of in-tent bottle situation going on, which I never have, doesn't appeal to me, you've got to get out your warm sleeping bag, unzip your inner, which is nice and warm, it's built up a bit of heat, and I remember putting my boots on and taking hold of the zip, and there was like this eerie calm, like this eerie stillness.
The silence closed in on him, and fear hit right away. It felt like the moors had completely stopped. Then he saw it, a dark shape standing there, watching him. If it had been an animal, he could have tried to scare it away or move back slowly. But knowing it was a person was much worse, especially being caught off guard like that. The scariest part came when he had to go back to his tent. Everything in him told him not to turn his back, but he had no choice. He turned around, his heart pounding, and walked to the tent, fully aware something was behind him. Once inside, he zipped it up fast, crawled into his sleeping bag, and listened to the silence outside.
And there was this horrible, dark, slender silhouette standing to the left of the trig point. And it was quiet, and there's particles of mist swirling in my head torch. And I could see this thing just stood. And it was like the shape of this elongated shape. I swear to God. And I felt sick, almost froze with fear. Finished what I was doing. And the hardest part was turning my back on whatever was looking at me. And that feeling of turning around 180 degrees and turning my back on that threat, what I thought, whatever was looking at me, every ounce of my body, it was telling me to scream, do something. I have never got back into my tent so quickly. And those few seconds where my back was turned and this hideous silhouette in the deathly silent night with the mist stood to the left of the trig, whatever it was, I'm telling you 100% my body was telling me there's something bad there.
For the first time in all his years of wild camping, he felt real, overwhelming fear. It was so strong it felt almost physical, like something pressing against the thin fabric of his tent. But it did not end there. As he tried to finish telling the story, new sounds started outside. Low, long noises carried across the hillside. It felt like the past was repeating itself in a different way. He tried to brush it off, telling himself it was only the wind moving over the moors. But deep down, his instincts said it was something else.
Don't know what that noise is. It's like this weird noise. Anyway. I wanted to share that in the spooky tales from the tent. That's absolute gospel. What the hell's that? Making that noise? It's like a curlew, but much lower pitched.
Even though he was terrified, he stayed alert, listening closely for any sign of what might be outside the tent. He lowered the light inside, hoping not to attract attention, though he was not sure it would help. The video ends with him sitting in silence, completely on edge, while the strange sounds continue outside the thin tent walls. It leaves a clear message: the wild is not always the biggest danger. Sometimes the scariest thing out there is another person, hidden in the dark and watching. This video is from the YouTube channel Hunting the Unknown, run by Alex, who focuses on investigating paranormal places. He explores haunted houses, forests, and other locations most people would be too scared to visit. For Alex, fear is part of the job. In this episode, Alex and his friend Tony enter an abandoned building to spend the night and look for signs of the paranormal. The building has a dark past. It was once a tuberculosis hospital during a pandemic, later used by British soldiers in World War I, and eventually turned into a nursing home. Because of its history, locals believe it is haunted, which is exactly why they chose it. The date is January 20th, 2025. They arrive at night and begin by checking the building to make sure no one else is inside. As they walk through the empty rooms, the decay and heavy atmosphere start to get to them. What they do not know yet is that the night is about to take a much darker turn.
Shame, man. Yeah, we're in. Hello? So we just took a little walk through, guys, to make sure that we're alone in this location. What do you reckon, guys, for Tony? Tony, I found you something, mate. Huh? Come here. Yeah, that suits you.
That suits you down there.
So what was that? I was a bolt on the door this morning.
There's loads of stuff left behind.
Yeah. Bit smashed in there, man.
After checking every part of the building and making sure no one else is there, Alex and Tony get ready to start their investigation. They set up their gear and begin their first attempt to reach out to any spirits that might still be inside the building.
Anyone here want to communicate with us, please come forward. Give us a sign, please. Can you touch me or Tony? Can you indicate through this device to me, please? Email. Can you copy me?
At first, nothing really happens. Still, both Alex and Tony feel something is off in the building. Wanting to capture whatever is going on, they keep pushing forward. They change their equipment and try a different method, hoping to get clearer results.
If you want some more of this energy, you need to give us a sign. Oh my God, what the was that? What? I'm pretty sure I just see something literally run across like fast.
You got
No, I'm serious, mate.
Who's that?
No joke.
No.
It was silent, but I just see something in the corner of my eye. That's going off.
Oh God. Is that you?
If that is you, flash the device now. Oh wow. I don't know what I see, but I see something just go.
Are you playing? You want to play a game? Or do you want us to go?
Was you summoned here? You were?
Flash it red. Look at that.
All of a sudden, the mood changes. The building no longer feels empty, and something strange fills the space. Tension hits both Alex and Tony as the feeling around them grows stronger. Their hearts start racing, But even while shaken, they decide to keep going. Taking a moment to steady themselves, they continue trying to communicate with whatever seems to be there.
Sick.
It's not really safe to look.
What's that?
Oh, when I went to... It's going off. When I went to go in there,
Yeah.
I heard a noise like... "Urgh."
Who's in there?
No, I need to replay this back.
Uh-oh.
EVP quick. Wow. Wow. Right, if you're a human, okay, stop it all together. Stop the lights.
The moment becomes overwhelming, and Alex and Tony start to feel like they are finally connecting with something. It is what they came for, but the reality of it sends chills through them. Feeling both excited and uneasy, they take a deep breath, calm themselves, and move to another part of the building, hoping to find more signs of whatever is still hiding inside.
No EMF reading so far.
Stripped out.
Oh my god! The first one, definitely woman's voice.
Woman's voice.
No way.
Let's hear it.
EMF spiking. It's going off, man. This is paranormal, mate. Wow. Is that you we can hear? What is that, man?
Right as Alex and Tony say they hear a woman's voice, the EMF reader starts picking up activity. They can hardly believe it and feel sure it is not a coincidence. To them, the voice has to belong to the spirit they are trying to reach. A chill runs through them as fear and amazement set in. They start to wonder if they can really stay there all night. Still, they decide not to quit. They push forward, even though the uneasy feeling never leaves. For a while, nothing else happens until they go back to the room where it all started and decide to try making contact again.
Set up some gadgets and make communication with you. Thank you. We know you're here. We have the run pod here. We have the music box in this doorway over here, guys. And the EMF's here. And again, thought I was recording, but I wasn't, but Tony was. I'm being serious, man.
I heard it.
What? That's like a laugh or something behind you. And I just heard something around here.
I heard something.
You're playing games with our spirit. Or whatever you are.
Whoa.
You do that again? Let me jump on.
By this point, they were sure it was not a coincidence. This part of the building felt much more active, with their equipment picking things up again and again. Strange sounds echoed around them, including voices they could not explain. Alex and Tony were close to leaving, and morning was not far away. Still, before they went, they chose to make one last attempt to communicate before the sun came up.
You come forward to us. Maybe you're the old Don Styler. Are you here? You're very sorry what's happened to this place. It's a shame.
Alex and Tony had seen enough. To them, there was no question that the place was haunted. As dawn crept closer, they felt completely drained, like the building itself had taken their energy. Worn out, they decided to end the investigation and leave the ruined structure behind, its dark past still hanging in the air. Even though the night had been overwhelming, they felt a sense of achievement, believing they had captured real evidence on camera. It was an experience they knew they would never forget. The next disturbing video comes from the UK channel Rick and His Van, which mixes van life with quiet paranormal exploring. Rick focuses on real, in-the-moment reactions, keeping things simple and calm. He often uses basic tools like an EMF detector while visiting graveyards, abbeys, and nearby woods. It is November 3rd, 2024, at Alton Abbey and the surrounding woodland in the UK. Rick and his wife get ready to step out into the graveyard and woods. They use their phones as torches and turn on the EMF detector before leaving the van. From the start, the air feels tense as they begin their investigation.
We just had a massive spike on that EMF detector. It went absolutely mental. And just as it went off and all the lights started shining, all the birds flew out the trees. I don't think they can cause radiation. Radioactive birds.
Without any warning, the EMF detector suddenly spikes near a tree. At the same time, birds burst out of the branches above, filling the night with noise. Rick and his wife are shaken by how the EMF reading lines up perfectly with what happens around them.
We got ghosts, Lise. It seemed to come off a tree. Whoa, look, it's going by the tree. It's going by the tree. It's going mad. It's going nuts.
As they move deeper into the woods, the EMF detector goes off again, this time jumping wildly near the trees. It is almost impossible to see, and the darkness makes it hard to tell where the paths are. Rick points out how confusing the woods feel, especially with the device reacting in spots that look completely empty.
This has not gone to plan at all. I've got no idea where I am. I thought Lisa was behind me a minute ago, and I can't even see her. I've lost her. I don't know if she's playing a prank on me or something. She's going to jump out behind a tree, but I literally cannot see her at all. I don't know where she's gone. We're still in the middle of the bloody. I found a torch. I'm still in the middle of the bloody woods. I'm just going to try and see if I can make my way back to the van. Lace. I'm actually freaking out now. Lace.
Okay, I don't know if it's just playing a prank on me, but I can't find him anywhere. Rich?
Things get worse when Rick and his wife lose sight of each other in the dark. Rick's voice changes as he realizes she is not nearby and starts calling out, trying to find his way through the woods alone. For a few tense minutes, neither of them knows where the other is. In the end, they both find their way back to the van on their own. They are safe, but clearly shaken. Once back, they decide not to stay the night. They talk about the EMF spikes, the heavy darkness, the birds suddenly taking off, and how stressful it was to get separated in an unfamiliar place at night. Even though there was a monk somewhere else on the property, and nothing clearly paranormal can be proven, the experience is enough for them to stop early. Rick later finishes the video from home, calling it a Halloween trip that ended early because of real fear. He hints at future investigations and points out how fast a quiet place can feel unsettling once it gets dark. This clip comes from the Brazilian YouTube channel Caçadoras das Sombras, run by Luca and Yuri, who explore creepy places and local legends tied to the paranormal. They often spend nights in abandoned or haunted locations and share everything they experience. In this video, Luca, Yuri, and a friend go camping deep in the Brazilian wilderness, not planning to film anything. The date is January 5th, 2025. At first, the night is relaxed, with jokes and stories around the fire. But once darkness settles in, everything changes. A distant, chilling scream suddenly echoes through the forest. It sounds far away, yet uncomfortably close. Not knowing what it was, but unwilling to ignore it, they grab whatever they can for protection, turn on their phone cameras, and carefully move toward where the sound came from.
Whoa, there. Where are you? There.
Tem passagem aí, ó. Tem passagem desse lado aí. Nada. Tem uma cerca aqui, ó.
As the three friends move deeper into the woods, following the scream, they notice a faint light through the trees. It turns out to be a campfire. Their hearts start racing as they look at each other, knowing they are about to come across something unknown. They move closer carefully, watching every step as shadows shift around them. The tension builds with each sound in the forest. Ready for anything, they slowly approach, unaware that what they are about to find is far worse than they imagined.
Que isso, cara? É ele? É ele? Tá com pulso. Ele tá com pulso. É ele. É o ex-membro da seita. Fala o seguinte. Porfírio, vem ver aqui, tenta acordar ele. Antônio, vamos fazer o seguinte, vamos dar uma ronda aqui em volta pra ver se não tem ninguém.
They find a person lying still beside the fire, their head covered with a white cloth. The sight is disturbing and instantly fills them with fear. They move in quickly to check for a pulse and feel a wave of relief when they realize the person is alive. Still shaken, they stay alert, aware that someone or something else could be close by. As they watch the area and talk through what to do next, they decide to call the authorities. While waiting, they keep a close eye on the person, hoping they wake up before help arrives.
Ele tá acordando? Uma coisinha, Antônio? Não. Nada. Fica de olho, que eles podem vir em qualquer momento. A gente tem que ser rápido.
Catou você? Eu já vi você sair daqui.
The man slowly comes to, but no matter how hard they try, they cannot communicate with him. Soon after, the authorities arrive. The police search the area, trying to understand what happened. Still shaken, the three friends decide to leave the woods as soon as they can. They pack up their gear and head out, relieved they were able to help the man and escape the forest safely. The next story is very different. This clip comes from the YouTube channel Under the Weather, where James shares his love for adventure. He explores strange places, hikes deep into the wild, and goes solo camping to test his survival skills. In this video, James heads out alone to find the Machar Stones, an ancient site hidden in the forests near Stirling, Scotland. The stones are believed to be over 5,000 years old and are surrounded by myths. His plan is simple: make his way through the forest, reach the stones, and camp there for a quiet night in nature. But the trip does not stay calm for long. It is March 1st, 2024. James has tried to find this place before and failed each time, but now he is set on reaching it. With his gear packed and confidence high, he enters the woods alone, not knowing what lies ahead.
Mother. Ah, we made that. Right. Where the hell is this place?
After a long and tiring hike, getting lost and finding his way again, James finally reaches the Machar Stones he had been searching for. Relief sets in when he realizes he made it just in time. With daylight still left, he quickly sets up camp, ready to settle in for the night.
Put it in there. Is that like a... Look at that. What is this? A perfect space for a tent, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'm just going to set up right here with the fire here as well.
With camp set up and the fire burning, the forest slowly fades into darkness. As it gets colder and he starts to feel hungry, James begins cooking his meal. He listens to the fire crackle and enjoys the calm of being alone in nature. What he does not know is that the night is about to turn far from peaceful.
Well, it's definitely got colder now. You can feel it. It's very funny though. In this area, it's very still. There's wind everywhere else, but around those stones, nothing. Not the cleanest, right? Been on the fire, eh? What about that? Can you hear the helicopter? It's been flying over quite a bit, and I just hope that they aren't looking for someone and I've got a fire going and I can get rescued, if you know what I mean, because I don't need rescued yet.
There it is. You see him flying over ahead. Water crisis. Should have brought more water. There is water around about, obviously, but I don't know. It's quite treacherous. You saw what the ground is like. So I think I'm going to have the chicken wings without the mashed potato. What the hell is that? Hello?
A sudden, strange sound makes James jump, sending a chill through him. It is nothing he has heard before, and for a moment he feels completely exposed in the darkness. His first instinct is to run, but he knows leaving now is not an option. Moving through thick forest in total darkness would be even more dangerous. He takes a deep breath and tries to calm himself, telling himself it was probably just a small animal nearby. Still uneasy, he turns back to his food, hoping staying busy will take his mind off the feeling that something is wrong.
I'm going to eat these in the tent because it's a bit chilly now. I didn't like that noise, and then we'll take it from there. Right, got the down jacket on, got a bit cozier, and check out these in the tent. Well, that was the least burnt one, so can't complain. A bit of chili and garlic seasoning, which will hopefully save the day. Certainly flame grilled. Easy for me to say. Complete silence again. I don't know what that was earlier. It sounded like somebody walking around. I even heard a voice, but no one there. We'll go and have a proper look at the standing stones in the dark in a wee minute. After dinner, see if we can feel the energy. Yeah, no, there's definitely something eerie about this place, and it doesn't really help with the smoke from the fire, looking like some fog from a horror film. And of course, now it's at night time. Definitely not the place to be if you're scared of the dark. Hello? Silence. Well, those stones are quite something. I mean, they don't look like much, but it's kind of eerie that there's the big clearing around there, and then there's no trees and no sound really in the middle part. But apart from hearing random voices, which I did hear, and on this occasion I don't have my knife, my trusty knife. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So I just prefer I cut short my little thing there because the camera died for no reason as well, which is a bit strange. And I think I prefer the nice kind of security of the tent. See, I don't have a knife, but I do have a saw. So if anyone starts, I'm going to get that across the knuckles.
James cannot get rid of the uneasy feeling. The area feels strange, and the earlier noises only make it worse. Every branch snapping or movement in the bushes makes him wonder if he is really alone. Looking for some comfort, he goes into his tent, even though the thin fabric barely feels protective. After a while, he falls asleep, hoping the rest of the night stays quiet. Later, something wakes him up. A soft but clear sound carries through the forest. His heart starts racing as he reaches for his camera, hits record, and prepares himself for whatever might be out there.
Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. I just heard laughing there. Or something. No way. Hello? Hello? I think that's a road in the distance, maybe. I can't hear anything, so let's turn this off. Right. Good night.
James makes it to morning, but the night was rough. He barely slept, waking up at every strange sound. Once daylight arrives, the forest feels much less threatening. The heavy feeling from the night is gone, and he finally starts to relax. Wanting to move on from the fear, he makes a quick breakfast and enjoys a warm coffee while looking around. Sunlight filters through the trees, and the forest feels calm again. As he gets ready to head back, he takes a quiet moment for himself. Then, while eating, he notices something above him, hanging overhead.
Finish up here, and then start packing up. And make it. What the hell? What is that? What the hell is it? Oh. Tangled in the trees. The that is a pentagram. That is not a natural phenomenon. What the what on earth is that? It could have been there all the time, but I doubt it. Right, I'm just put that aside for now. Right, I'm gonna get ready and go.
This is where James reaches his limit. The strange night, the sounds, and now a pentagram hanging in the tree above him. It hits him that maybe he was never truly alone out there. All he wants to do now is leave. He quickly packs up his gear, his thoughts racing. The walk back through the forest feels tense and different. Every shadow and movement makes him uneasy. When he finally reaches civilization, he feels a huge sense of relief, but the experience stays with him. What was supposed to be a simple camping trip turned into something deeply unsettling. One thing is clear, James has no plans to return to the Machar Stones anytime soon. Now, let's move on to the next chilling encounter. This investigation was done by YouTuber CJ Faison and his friend Mo on the night of August 13th. They went to Burnt Bridge Road in Mississippi, a quiet, twisting road known for a violent past and a story about a young girl's spirit who is said to attack anyone who crosses the bridge. As soon as they arrived, something felt off. The woods around the road were completely still, almost unnaturally quiet. CJ and Mo parked near the bridge and started setting up their cameras, expecting a long but controlled night of filming. They had been to this location before. On a previous visit, CJ had seen a dark figure crossing the bridge just outside the car's headlights. That moment stayed with him, and this night was about facing it again.
Chris, how you feel? How you feel?
I'm good so far. I haven't heard anything like creepy, so.
All right, good. We're not gonna hear anything creepy tonight. Everything's gonna be just fine. I want to let everybody know and preface something here that the bridge behind me, it burnt down. It used to be a wooden bridge, and it basically burnt down because so many rituals were done here. And it said that a portal has opened up in the area, and that's why it's so haunted, and that's why all this crazy stuff happens. The house burnt down a couple of years ago that we used to go into. And then not to mention the bridge was burnt down like 50 or 60 years ago. So when you start thinking about the name Burnt Bridge and then there's a burnt house, it just, the whole effect is really, really creepy. And I gotta say that we've never done the Estes method here, Chris.
Never.
I mean, you think about that, I don't know.
But it'd be cool to get some answers because I don't really know like who's here, what's here, personally.
Well, that's what I like about this because
Okay, you don't have a clue about any of this. What?
You hear that?
No.
It's like a branch broke or something. Very clear.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
As the investigation started, the sound of crickets filled the area, almost covering up how uneasy things felt. That calm didn't last. Suddenly, they heard a sharp sound in the distance. It was a gunshot. Moments later, an engine sped down the narrow road and disappeared into the darkness, like someone trying to get away. The mood changed fast. Instead of leaving, CJ and Mo pushed on and walked deeper into the woods. Their flashlights cut through the mist, lighting up trees and shifting shadows, but nothing else. Getting ready to do the Estes method. Bro, that's a bro. That's 2. Now I got a car. Hey, car coming. I got a car way over here.
Yeah, wait, where are you going?
Well, you gonna go find out what the noise was.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You want me to answer that?
Not really.
This is also where I was too.
Oh, why are we going down here?
After heading back to the van, they decided to stay put for the night. The cameras kept recording as the sounds started. Light tapping, quiet movement, and something brushing against the van's metal. They stayed silent, closing the window covers and leaving only the door uncovered. The tension inside built fast. CJ admitted he couldn't stop staring at the door, expecting a face to appear at any moment. Trying to ease the fear, he joked, "Come on in." It was meant as a joke, but it might have done the opposite.
I keep looking at that window. I feel like somebody's just gonna like pop in. Did you lock the door?
No. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's locked. Okay. Oh, come the real.
What was that? No. What the f is that? I don't want to see anything. It sounds like someone's like touching the outside of the van, right?
Sounds like they're like grabbing the handle. Just can't.
Oh, shut the I feel safer with my hood up too.
You know, I'm doing the back windows too.
You do the front one while you're up there?
Oh yeah. Oh damn.
Hanging.
Putting all up. Oh man, I feel like slightly safer, and I'm glad that you're at the front door.
You'll have to jump over me.
Because whatever demon comes in here, if there's any demons, we welcome you inside the van.
No, we do not.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We summon you right now.
Go touch the bald guy. He wants us to join him tonight in bed. I'm not looking at you, I swear. I'm sleeping.
Please don't look at me. Please don't look at me.
They fell asleep, but only for a few minutes. Suddenly, the van started shaking hard, snapping them both awake. Something was outside. CJ grabbed his camera and stepped into the dark. Almost right away, the footage started glitching. He slowly moved toward the bridge, shining his flashlight ahead. The area looked empty until something moved just outside the light. Whatever he saw made him stumble back. Seconds later, a loud, chilling sound ripped through the silence. It didn't sound normal at all, and it sent fear through both of them.
But I feel compelled to walk down here for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I can barely see him. I can't even see him with my eyes, so. This is so stupid. He's so far away right now, too.
Alright, I'm standing right here on the middle of the bridge.
I can't see him. I have no idea where he is right now. You can just see the road markers.
If there's any spirits, good or evil,
Exactly right there.
I want you
Come and join us tonight while we sleep. Watch us, scare us, show us how powerful you really are.
What was that?
Okay. In the van. In the van.
Oh, are you okay? Are you alright? Dude, get up. Are you okay?
The tension kept building as they realized they weren't alone. Then it happened. A loud bang hit the side of the van, making CJ's heart race. Both of them froze, scared and wide awake, sitting close together as everything went quiet again. Whatever was outside stayed hidden, and they had no idea what it wanted. That uncertainty made it even worse. One thing was clear. That night, they went through something truly unsettling. Let me know what you think about this encounter. This is Frank, the creator of the YouTube channel Franco TV. He is known for exploring creepy and unsettling places that most people would never visit at night. Frank is fearless and deeply curious about the paranormal, often pushing himself into places with dark histories. In this video, Frank returns to an abandoned factory with a disturbing past. The former owner was known for treating workers badly, and local stories claim she even killed some of them. According to legend, their bodies were buried under the factory floor, and people still report seeing spirits inside the building. On a previous visit, Frank experienced things so intense that he had to leave early. This time, he plans to stay all night and record as much evidence as possible. What he does not know is that this visit will be even worse than the last. It is December 20th, 2024. Frank arrives at the factory ready for a long night. The place feels heavy and oppressive right away, but he refuses to let fear stop him. He steps inside, prepared to face whatever is waiting.
Going to here. It is completely pitch black. While walking through here, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. I forgot about these holes. I can fall right through the ground. I want to see if I can make my way to the front. So I get a nice good bird's eye look at this whole place.
To make sure he is really alone and that no one else is inside, Frank moves to a spot where he can see most of the factory. From there, he carefully checks the windows, watching for any movement or lights in the dark.
I'm getting noises. I'm outside. Hear that? I'm outside right now just trying to see if I see any lights. And I'm hearing banging going on. I want to see if I can hear it again. Hear it. I don't know what that is. Alright, I'm actually creeping out right now. What the hell is that? Who the hell is yelling?
Even though the night has just started, strange noises begin to echo, and Frank cannot tell if they are coming from inside the factory or from outside. With every step, his nerves grow, but he refuses to let fear control him or force him to leave again. Seeing no movement or lights in the windows, and hoping the sounds are not coming from inside, Frank gathers himself and goes into the factory.
There movement over there. Alright, I'm gonna go in. I just got a knocking sound. Hola? I can't see anything in front of me, so I'm literally using the camera to see. Are you knocking on that piece of wood there? On the podium? I am definitely getting something on the podium. It literally sounds like scratching sounds. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the roof. It just sounds like it's coming from this general area. Trying to see if I could see like a rat. Ooh. I just heard the front door open. And it's open.
Once inside, the heavy, unsettling feeling gets stronger. As Frank focuses on the investigation, the front door suddenly starts to open by itself. He knows there is no wind strong enough to move a door that heavy, and disturbing thoughts start to set in. With no real choice, he braces himself and walks toward the entrance to see what could have made it open.
It's closing. It is cold in here. It just got really cold in here. Oh. Something opened up the front door and then opened up or closed this door. Like if something came in through here, walked in, and then as soon as I went into that room, it got really cold. I want to see if there's anybody on the outside. At my book bag.
After checking outside and finding no one there, Frank starts to believe something paranormal is happening. Wanting more proof, he decides to focus on two rooms where the activity seems strongest.
See, right here now it's cold. Something's cold inside this room. Oh, that's something. Holy crap. I'm gonna see if I can take my thermal camera out, see if I can get a temperature read. It's probably hard for you guys to see anything because of the difference in temperature, so I'm gonna point this way. That's the outside window. There's a lot more temperatures on the outside, so you'll be able to see more. Trying to see if I could get any sort of temperature change.
As Frank sweeps the area with his thermal camera, he suddenly catches something moving fast past a doorway. It happens so quickly that he doubts himself at first, wondering if his eyes fooled him. But when he rewinds the footage and watches it again, his blood runs cold. He did see something move past the door, and the way it moved did not look human at all.
I've seen something with thermal imaging camera, and it looked like it was right here on the door. And I thought it went this way, and I looked towards the window to see if I could see it passing by. Nothing. But with the assumption that something was passing by, I'm going to check back here. Is that bread? There's bread. Hola? Somebody's talking. Oh my god, what the hell is this? I don't even know if I've been back here before. I keep hearing somebody talking. There's like a witch. Or... Hold on, I'm getting noises. Whoa, I've never even seen this area before. So I am literally shaking right now. I don't know if something's giggling or laughing or what, but I'm hearing what sounds like a talking. I swear to God, I keep hearing what sounds like somebody talking from the outside, and they sound close.
A strange, almost childlike voice echoes through the building. Frank freezes, his heart pounding as he listens closely. He waits for the sound to return, but only an eerie silence follows. Still, he knows the worst is yet to come.
Freaking voices I was hearing. They sound like giggling or laughing or something.
Without stopping to think, Frank rushes toward the loud banging, his heart racing with every step. What he finds is far more disturbing than anything he expected.
It's simply coming from the glass. The glass is shaking. Oh, this one's locked. There's no way I could even get inside here. I could feel the glass vibrating. Look on the other side. You gotta turn off the IR. It stopped. Oh, that is weird.
Without warning, loud banging comes from one of the windows. Frank is shocked and confused as he checks every part of the room, but finds nothing that could explain the sound. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the banging stops, making it even more unsettling. Not wanting to leave it unanswered, Frank carefully examines the room and the window, trying to figure out what just happened.
I don't know what else could be causing that. You know what's even creepier? Is that if you look here, you can see little kid hands. What the? Turn on the IR. Hola? Jeez, I was just hearing noises of somebody talking like a female. It sounded like a giggling, and then it just got quiet. I'm gonna check this room again. Might have been doing it on this side too and cracked the glass. But I heard it on that window specifically. Well, I want to see if it happens again. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. This thing is torn down. There is absolutely nothing. Not even on the glass. There's nothing. What the hell was that about?
Looking closer, Frank notices handprints on the same window, but there is still no clear reason for the knocking. It only makes the situation feel stranger. Shaken, he pauses to steady himself and process what has been happening. As the first light of dawn appears, he knows the night is nearly over. After gathering his thoughts, he decides to leave before sunrise. Even with so many questions unanswered, he takes some comfort in the evidence he caught on camera. Frank heads home exhausted, leaving the factory behind, but the events of the night stay with him. With no real answers, the experience leaves both Frank and viewers unsettled, sparking ongoing debate about what truly happened. On January 16, 2025, a British YouTuber named James, who runs the channel By the Curb, posted a really unsettling video. He usually vlogs about the peaceful side of van life, driving through the countryside and sleeping by the sea. But this night, parked near Sunderland, things took a scary turn. James had been driving all day and was exhausted when he finally pulled over at a quiet roadside spot. It felt safe enough since he could see streetlights in the distance. He locked up, shut the curtains, and went to sleep. Past midnight, a loud tap on the side of the van woke him up. At first, he hoped it was just rain, but then it happened again, louder this time. James peeked through a gap in the curtain and saw a man standing right there, perfectly still, just smoking a cigarette. The glow from the cigarette showed the man staring straight at him. Then the guy started shouting. Not real words, just angry, aggressive noise.
An old one. And you see a on the front, his father was a Briton. His father, his grandfather, was a Briton, and on the back. Did not work with that one. I'm not the third door. I'm not the private rig. I'm not a Hurst is the English footballer. And now reef, I don't know what it means. You see when you put on the dead people who you're supposed to love. Constant, I haven't never heard this one. I've got a new modern technology. You've got full shot like this on there. You're a cameraman, you're shutting out all
The man's voice was so scary that James's first instinct was to just stay dead quiet. He felt trapped with nothing but thin van walls and a locked door between him and the guy outside. The yelling went on for what felt like hours. Sometimes it sounded like the guy was making demands. Other times he was just rambling. James didn't make a sound or even breathe loudly, hoping the guy wouldn't realize he was actually awake. He thought about starting the engine to drive off, but he was worried that might just make the guy even angrier. So he just sat there and waited.
Still there, look. It's coming back.
You don't mind the soup and spun.
So I'm just hoping that it'll get fed up and bugger off.
The guy kept talking outside, flipping between being angry and laughing to himself. James felt totally alone with no help nearby, just the van walls protecting him. Then, the noise stopped. James heard footsteps on the gravel fade away until it was just quiet and misty outside. He didn't sleep for the rest of the night, sitting in the dark and waiting to see if the guy came back. Later, James said he didn't know what the man wanted, but it was clear he wasn't right in the head.
Right, he's moved on, he's down there. I don't know if there's some more motorhomes down there that he's shouting at now. I think it's probably pretty harmless. That just freaked me out though, that. I don't know what to do. I don't think I've got enough space to do a U-turn here. I don't know if you can see him at distance. Another van's come and he's buggered off now. I don't know what's going on down there. I think there's some sort of, I don't know, farm or depot or something like that.
So, I'm not going to let that put me off van life at all. It's the best thing I've ever done. I absolutely love it. And I don't want it to put you off. It is what it is, isn't it? One thing that's come to mind is that I've seen some alarms. There's these fancy alarms you can get, so you know if somebody like touches van, you've seen them, or if they touch your vehicle it sets an alarm off, or it gives them a warning and then it sets an alarm off. I think I might be getting one of those.
James realized that these kinds of run-ins aren't actually that rare for people living on the road. Whether it's solo travelers or campers, many have stories about being harassed by strangers who are either curious, angry, or something worse. In the end, James got through the night by trusting his gut and staying quiet. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do isn't to confront someone, but to just stay still and wait for them to leave. On October 8, 2025, Moxley and his team arrived at the Pretoria Pit in West Houghton, Greater Manchester. The site is known for the 1910 mining disaster, where 344 men died, and is now covered by trees and overgrowth. The place felt quiet in an unsettling way, with local stories of dark figures and faint voices in the woods. They found a place to camp deep in the forest, far from people, or so they believed. The woods felt tense and alive. Every snapped twig or moving leaf felt intentional, like something was watching them. Before night fully set in, Moxley started noticing strange movement around the camp. Shadows seemed to shift in odd ways, and quick glimpses at the edge of the light made it feel like figures were just outside their flashlight beams.
Right, so let's dig ourselves into this forest at the back of us, away from people, and then we'll get a coffee going. Right, so we found a decent bit of land where we can set up camp. Just there where Ming stood right now. Nice and flat, enough space for 2 tents, pretty sheltered as well, and we're quite deep into this forestry. Just going to take a little look around, just see what's here that we can use. Brought my own firewood, but we could literally use some more of this. There's plenty of bricks and stuff lying around. These are perfect. So I can come back and collect a load of these bricks, and then with them we can do like a little fire pit, get a fire going, keep warm. Not too sure what that was. Just like a black shadow went. Could have been something.
Trying to push past the nerves, the team kept setting up camp. Then another whistle echoed through the night. It was distant, sharp, and felt intentional. The sound sent chills through them, with no clear explanation. For a moment, they told themselves it was probably a person nearby, maybe someone walking close to the old pit. That thought brought a bit of relief. They went back to pitching tents and getting ready for the night, even though the tension tied to the place never fully went away.
Okay, well, this place is known for its paranormal. I'm not saying that was paranormal, but it was odd. It was very odd.
But it is beautiful, innit? And we've still got a bit of sunlight. So let's go get the tents up. Let's get the kettle on, have a coffee, then wait for nightfall to... That f***ing scared me then. That was very loud, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was really loud.
I was like, hey. So there is people in the woods. That will explain what I seen going past then. Hey Ming,
Yo.
we've walked in here.
Yeah.
We're away from the trail.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm stood over there before that whistle. And I swear, through the trees, something went through the trees.
Okay.
I can't rule out somebody on a push bike.
Right.
But then,
it's possible.
that whistling,
Yeah.
that whistle. So it's definitely people out here.
I've just heard them over there. I think it might have been somebody just whistling to others.
Yeah.
Possibly.
That's more than likely the case, but...
It is. They might have got just a little bit too far behind
Yeah.
and whistled to slow them down, but who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. Well,
We're here anyway.
we're here.
Yeah.
Let's get the tents
So,
up.
We'll get set up.
And then, as I was saying, we'll get a coffee going.
Yeah.
Then we'll wait for nightfall.
See
And
whether
then we'll
they're
talk
over
about some of the
there.
ghost stories out.
As it got darker, the team tried to calm down, but the tension hung over the camp. The firelight flickered over the broken mine remains, throwing long shadows into the trees. Then, they heard light tapping sounds in the woods. At first, they blamed the wind moving branches, but the pattern felt wrong. The sounds stopped when they stopped and started again when they moved. The forest felt too alive. The tapping seemed to move around the camp, coming from different directions. They shined their flashlights into the trees but saw nothing. The sounds kept going, steady and unsettling, as if something unseen was closing in.
Sounds absolutely ridiculous, doesn't it, while we sat here?
It does.
About it, but it's what's that. Did you hear that?
Hello?
Hello? Folks, this is how bad it's actually getting. It's crazy. That light's back again. That light's back.
No, it is, mate.
There. That disappeared before.
That's a fire, that.
Is that what it is?
That's a fire.
Right.
You can see it twinkling away.
Okay.
So we know we're 100% not alone out here. But that doesn't explain what we're hearing around us here.
Not a chance.
If there is anybody here and they'd like to come and speak to us, living or feel free. We're over here, you'll be able to see our lights. So come and speak to us, come and communicate with us. We're not here to cause any problems, be disrespectful. We're just here camping, exploring, ghost hunting, doing a paranormal investigation, just so you know what we're doing if it is somebody living. And if it is something paranormal, again, feel free, come over, tell us your story.
The air starts to feel thick as quiet whispers come from all around them. The voices overlap and blend together, impossible to understand, but they carry a feeling of sadness, tiredness, and warning. It feels as if the miners who died there are still trying to speak. Then, through the thermal camera, a dark shape appears between two trees. It looks human, but there is no heat coming from it. It is colder than the air around it, almost unreal. Moxley quietly points it out, but before anyone can get a clear look, the shape disappears. The darkness closes in again, and the team suddenly feels like they are no longer alone, surrounded by something they cannot see or understand.
Yeah, it's 100% somebody coming this way, mate. Yeah, 100%. Put your light down for a minute. Yeah. Hopefully they'll bugger off the other way. But something 100% hit me tent. I'm not too sure what it was, but it could have, well, we're underneath trees, so it could have been a branch that's fell off. But it's just weird that come out to check, and there's literally, I'm keeping, wait, where'd they go? There they are. You just see them coming through.
Right.
Turn your torch off them. We don't want them to come over if we can avoid it.
Right.
But I know it's rich coming from us.
Yeah.
But who the hell would be out here at this time of night?
Yeah.
In this storm?
Yeah. coming this way, look.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So there is somebody there.
Oh yeah, I can see the light.
And yeah, it's like they are coming through the woods.
Yeah,
this
they are.
Towards
I'm
us.
getting wetsuit.
Yeah. Right, let's just go sit in the tent, chill out. If somebody does turn up, then we'll just have a conversation with them. Right, the torch has gone off. No, there it is. But they're literally through there, getting absolutely pee wet throughout here, so time to go back.
The tension never lifted during the night. Moxley and his team could not relax, with every sound, shadow, and small movement keeping them on edge. When morning came, they packed up quietly and left without speaking, filming the drive back through the dark woods. What was meant to be a normal overnight investigation became one of Moxley's most disturbing experiences. At Pretoria Pit, the ground may cover the past, but it does not always stay silent. In those woods, the scariest threat is not always animals or the unknown. Sometimes it feels like someone else is there, unseen and waiting. This video comes from Real Investigation Paranormal, a UK-based channel that focuses on paranormal exploration and field investigations. The channel follows first-hand trips into forests and remote areas linked to reported sightings, relying on live reactions, natural sounds, and personal interpretation rather than planned experiments. The footage was recorded on March 16th, 2023 in Hopper Forest in the United Kingdom.
This looks spooky as hell. Do I legally break it down? Or can you get in? Oh, how nice. So picturesque. It's lovely. You can see it now. It's all coming together. It's going to be a hell. Is it private property, it says? Maybe this is to keep the dogman out.
As the presenter moves deeper into Hopper Forest, the tension builds. Keep out signs, thick trees, and thoughts of a recent dogman sighting make the place feel unsettling. They point out how large the forest is, about 6.5 kilometers, and how easy it would be to lose your way. The nervous jokes slowly stop as the isolation really sets in. A heavy feeling hangs in the air, making it clear this investigation could turn into something very unusual.
Hey, did you just see that smoke? Oh, God. Oh, what was that? Did you just hear that?
A sudden, sharp noise breaks the silence in Hopper Forest and immediately rattles the presenter. They react right away, tensing up and asking if the sound was caught on camera, clearly torn between curiosity and worry. The careful exploration turns into clear unease, hinting that the forest may not be as quiet as expected.
This is not... It's weird. I just saw something and it literally... I don't know, because I'm a bit worried.
The presenter admits they might be lost and keeps asking which way leads back. The stress grows as they try to rule out different paths, clearly struggling to get their bearings in the thick woods.
Did you see that? Oh my God. Yo, that weren't normal. That weren't a dog. I don't know if I've just caught that on camera.
The presenter grows more uneasy after saying they saw movement between the trees. Their voice shakes as they admit how fear and unfamiliar ground can quickly make things dangerous. The tension peaks when they spot a fast-moving figure, described as human-like but not fully human. At that point, they stop trying to investigate and decide to leave right away. Fear takes over as they repeat how unnatural the figure's movement was and how disturbing the encounter felt.
Alright, guys. Alright. Oh, God. I need to freaking cut my leg open.
After running away, the presenter notices a cut on their leg, likely from pushing through thick bushes. They are clearly shaken, hands trembling as they try to calm their breathing. The video ends with them openly distressed, saying they did not feel safe enough to stay and find out what the figure was. They suggest it could have been a dogman, a person, or something else, but stress that the speed and movement felt wrong. They warn viewers about the risks of going into remote woods alone and admit how frightening the experience was. The encounter stays with them, though they leave open the idea of returning at night if viewers want it. This video comes from the YouTube channel Walking Cam, run by Darina, a solo explorer known for visiting creepy, abandoned places on her own. She is interested in local legends and history, and often camps overnight in locations most people avoid. In this video, Darina spends the night at a swamp in the Pine Barrens, deep inside the Pasadena wildlife area. Locals call the place the Devil's Hairbrush because of the dead, twisted trees that surround it. Even though she is used to dark and unsettling places, this trip pushes her further than expected. It is October 15th, 2024. Darina enjoys the quiet of the woods, but the mood is eerie. Thick fog covers the swamp and the stillness feels unnatural. After a calm dinner by the fire, she settles in for the night. Not long after, a strange, low growl echoes near the swamp. It sounds animal-like, but not quite normal. Curious and uneasy, she grabs her flashlight and moves carefully to investigate. As she reaches the edge of the swamp, the growl suddenly stops. A moment of silence follows, broken only by crickets, until the sound of something splashing into the water sends a chill through her. There was no doubt something was in the swamp, but what it was remained unclear. Darina kept scanning the area with her flashlight, her hand shaking as her heart raced. The water went still again, like nothing had happened, and the silence felt heavy and unnatural. She stood there for a moment, waiting for any sign of movement, but nothing appeared. After a while, she decided to head back to camp. She looked over her shoulder one last time, hoping whatever it was had gone. She tried to calm herself, telling herself it was probably just an animal, but deep down, it did not feel right. The rest of the night stayed quiet. No more sounds came from the swamp, but the experience stayed on her mind. Lying in her tent, she kept thinking about what she heard. Whatever was out there left a lasting impression, and the mystery of the swamp stayed with her long after the night ended. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.